sun is there? Well, if the volume of this tent represented the total available sun power in the world on a typical day, then this 6-inch cube would represent the amount of total energy use in the world. Talking about current use, including oil, coal, burning wood, every other energy source, nuclear, would be just this. And you can see you can stack a lot of these boxes inside this tent. I'm Martin Archibald, and I'm president of Alabama Solar Association. We're an education organization established in 1990 to promote renewable energy, the sun's renewable energy, to solve our energy crisis, to help preserve our environment and life on Earth. So the sun is the source of all our energy, and we recommend that we go as close as we can. Go over and talk about the front of the panels. This is the another representation. The big yellow box represents all the energy, solar energy that's available in the world on a typical day. The little green box there is available wind power. The smaller light green box is photosynthesis. The yellow or gold box is geothermal, and the red box represents the total energy consumption of the world today from all sources. So as you can see, there's a tremendous amount of solar power available that we're not using and we need to use.
No clouds,
These are photovoltaic panels. They convert sunlight into direct current electricity. A typical, they're most commonly known use of solar power. They're actually one of the least efficient. This is the back of the solar panels and the equipment that controls it. The panels themselves are creating direct current electricity. Right now on a cloudy day, we're getting 11.4 volts out of these panels. The control box then equalizes the voltage, stores some in the battery when it's not needed, and also has outlets for other uses. Now connected to the control panel is an inverter, and this inverter will produce electricity, 110 volt electricity current power to the alternating current 110 volts, but it will power ordinary household appliances. Now in a typical home installation, instead of having this battery, you would probably be connected to the power grid. So when you're generating more electricity than your home needs, your electricity goes onto the grid to serve your friends and neighbors. When you're at night, when the sun's not shining, you take power back off of the grid and use it as you normally would. The TVA has a program called Generation Partners, which works very well with solar panels. Generation Partners, TVA will guarantee to buy all of the electricity you can produce in the next 10 years for 12 cents per kilowatt hour above the retail rate. The retail rate is currently 8 cents. So when you're generating electricity during the day, you're selling it to TVA at 20 cents a kilowatt hour. At night, you're buying it back at only 8 cents a kilowatt hour. Plus, TVA will give you $1,000 to get your program started. Also, there's a federal tax credit right now of 30% of the cost of the system, and that is to help you with the startup cost. There is no cap on that. Now, as popular as photovoltaic is, I've mentioned that it's probably the least efficient of the solar technologies. Much more efficient is solar hot water. Imagine drinking water from a garden hose that's been sitting out in the sun all day, and of course the water's hot. Well, it works the same way up on your roof. You have a series of pipes, probably in a box that's gathered sun, and the water is heated, and it comes down into the house and connects to your hot water system. This is about 4 times more efficient than a photovoltaic system, and is about 5 times more cost effective. Unfortunately, you can't sell hot water back to TVA, but if you need hot water in your house, then that's a good way to do it. Probably the best use of solar power is direct lighting. Sunlight comes in, if you can guide it to where you want it, it needs practically no modification to be perfectly usable. As with photovoltaics, you have to convert it into direct current electricity. If you want to use it with household currents, you got to then convert that into alternating current electricity. With solar hot water, you have to convert the sun to heat and then use the heat in your hot water system. With sunlight, it's pretty much a direct use.